Hello everyone, this is Leroy. Our project topic is context-smooth NPC for tabletop manipulation. Object manipulation is a long-studied problem in robotic research. The system is underactuated because we cannot directly control the state of the object. Due to the existence of the discontinuity brought by the rich context, the problem is hard to solve. Previously, people have used model-free policy learning to approach these tasks. However, these approaches completely ignore the underlying structure and thus have several limitations. For instance, imitation learning requires lots of human demonstrations, and reinforcement learning requires lots of interactions. Moreover, the policy cannot transfer to other context tasks. For example, for cubes with different sizes, our work focuses on leveraging the structure of these tasks and use planning through context to reproduce some behavior shown in the model-free literature. The hard part of using planning for manipulation is to reason about contact. Think about the task of pushing a box. If the any vector is not in contact with the box, there is no gradient of the dynamics with respect to the input. Therefore, the trajectory optimization problem is intractable. In this work, we use a recent work from our lab that smooths the contact dynamics with bundle gradients to allow RRT to plan efficiently with contacts. We first defined matrix B to be the Jacobian of the dynamics. This matrix can be found via a differentiable simulation. This matrix will be different condition on contact or not. The main idea here is to smooth the dynamics by estimating B with Monte Carlo simulation. We add a batch of random noises to the action input. Some leads to contact and some not, and take the B average across the samples as the dynamics. Now we can plan with the dynamics model parameterized by this smooth B. We combine this smooth dynamics with RT for planning. Recall that in kinodynamic RT, there's this extend step that tries to reach some sample states from the nearest state in the tree. Now, instead of using global Euclidean matrix and maybe solve a trade-off problem for the next U, we'll use local reachability matrix based on this B hat and do a simple projection to reach the subgoal.
Here, we show a visualization of trajectory generated by RT through contact. Each node of this tree represents a quasi-static state. We visualize the path from initial state to goal state on the right. You can see the red pusher successfully transport the blue cube to its goal. However, if we apply this model directly to tabletop pushing, it will not succeed as we expected. In this video, the half-transparent blue block shows the imagined trajectory under the planned dynamics. The actual state of block drastically deviates from the plan, so our robot is just pushing the air. The issue here is that our planning through contact depends on a much simplified model. To easily get Jacobian matrix B, we assume that our system is quasi-static, two-dimensional, and that no friction exists. However, in the pushing task, contact is not perfectly 2D. Friction behavior is complex, and our system is not really quasi-static. While the simplified dynamics model shown on the right video approximates the real physics, error quickly blows up in the long run. To solve this problem, we just use model predictive control to stabilize the trajectory with feedback. We can measure the deviation from imagined trajectory from RT tree with a quadratic cost for state. Whenever the cost is over a certain margin, we will plan with the current state as initial state. After adding model predictive control, we can see that our method can successfully push objects to different goals in a reliable manner. In this video, we show that the pusher pushes the block into 6 random goals in a row in a single simulation. One nice thing about model-based approaches to manipulation is that they can explicitly reason about changes in the environment. When we change the sizes of objects or goal positions, we don't need to retrain a completely different model like model-free methods. In the 2 videos in this slide, our method succeeds even if the object sizes changes. In addition, our method is robust to changes in friction or weights and can successfully overcome the error of physics model.
Finally, we recognize that there are some limitations in this work. First, we simplified the physics model to get approximate dynamics. However, the real world violates our quasi-static assumption and contains complex friction behaviors. We need some explicit modeling of these factors and maybe leverage dynamics itself. The other problem is that how do we scale this system to work with multiple objects and complex shapes?
That's the end of the presentation. Thank you.